All right, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today I'm going to be going over some omnibus and oversized hardcover that are coming out in early 2021 from Marvel, and that would be the first 4 months of the year, so January to April. We already had some omnibus that were coming out at this point because they were pushed back. They were supposed to come out at the end of this year in 2020, but they ended up getting pushed back because of everything that's going on. So we already had those ones announced, and now they just stacked the pile. It's crazy how many omnibus are going to be coming out during those first 4 months of the year of 2021. It's insane. I'm super excited though. There's two that I was absolutely freaking out from, and I got this list from Omar at Nearman Condition, who he gets his information from his contact at Marvel, which is David Gabriel, and David actually allows Omar to be the one to announce it to everybody. And I'm sure that Omar's inner child is freaking out every time that he gets to do this. He dresses up in a tie, in a suit, to make it as professional as possible. I'm doing this, I'm rocking the Spider-Man t-shirt, and I'm sure that I end up getting more omnibus than I would have because of Omar, because of his enthusiasm and his hype that he brings to some of these. There's definitely ones that I know I'm going to get day one, and there's other ones that I'm kind of on the fence for, just because I probably wouldn't have been interested before, but because of the way that he praises them, I might end up getting them. But there's so many coming out. So let's go over some new omnibus here. And some of the ones that I know that were pushed back, that were already previously announced. So there's some reprints here and some new omnibus. New omnibus that I know that was supposed to be coming out at the end of the year, but got pushed back to 2021, at least in Canada, was Infinity Crusade. I think that comes out January 12th or something like that. There's another omnibus that's supposed to be coming out that day too, and I can't remember which one it is. But there's that. Uncanny X-Men Volume 4 got pushed back to 2021. Jim Lee's X-Men Volume 1 got pushed back to 2021 as well, and we're supposed to be getting a reprint of Volume 2, but we haven't even seen a pre-order for that. I have a pre-order for all these other ones, Infinity Crusade, Volume 4 of X-Men, and Volume 1 of Jim Lee's X-Men, but nothing for Volume 2 yet. So those are the ones that I'm aware of, and now we're going to go into other new stuff. So we're going to go in terms of excitement. So we're going to start with what I'm least excited for to most excited for. Starting it off with Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. Star Wars, I'm a big fan of the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy, episodes 4 to 6, which was the original 3. I did actually like Rogue One, and I did like episode 7. I thought that Han Solo coming back in that, I was able to really enjoy it, and I thought they did a good job with Han Solo's character. Just after that, episode 8 and 9 are just absolutely trash, and the prequels aren't the greatest either. But I've never really read any of the Star Wars comics, and I don't really know if I want to dive into that just yet. Not right now anyway, maybe down the line, but nothing just yet. Although there was a lot of high praise for this, but it's just not for me right now. Next up is the official handbook of the Marvel Universe Deluxe Edition, which I think was released before Omar was saying, I mean, that's going to have updated stats and things. And if it's just a handbook, that's also could be useful, but I want stories. If I'm going to be spending a lot of money on omnibus in the first few months of 2021, I want actual stories. Next up is All New Wolverine now, which is X-23, taking the Wolverine. Oh, my coffee's done apparently. So X-23 as Wolverine. And this is something that I wouldn't have necessarily jumped for, but Omar talked about this a lot, so I don't know yet. Probably not a day one buy, but if I can see it for cheap down the line, I might do that. Next up is Iron Man by Dan Slott, which is really cool that we're getting more Iron Man there. Dan Slott, I've read some of his work before, but never any of his Iron Man. Next up, we're getting Empire. So already we're getting, which is crazy how fast that they came out with this. Empire, I think, is currently going on at the moment. And we're getting Absolute Carnage happened last year. We're getting that omnibus very soon, I think in September. And I think that we're getting War of the Realms in October, which was also another big event from last year. I really like that Marvel is pushing these as fast as they can, kind of thing. And we're getting this fast. Like, that's much faster than even War of the Realms and Absolute Carnage, which I thought were also very fast. I was like, this just ended, and they are already announcing the omnibus, which is freaking awesome. So I was gonna pick up a lot of single issues for Empire, but now I think I'm just gonna pick up the omnibus. Next up is Avengers: The Gathering, which I'm always looking forward to more Avengers stories. I want the Avengers to be good. From what I gather, there's not really a lot of people that that I've seen anyway about like really good Avengers stories. This one I don't think has really high praise for it, but I don't think it's trash either. I'm actually curious to see what would be the best Avengers storylines, other than maybe the Hickman run. That's one of the few that I've heard of. Maybe the John Byrne's run could have gotten high praise before. I'd really have to look at what Avengers stories have really gotten a lot of high praise for. But anyway, more Avengers always good in my mind. And then the Defenders Volume 1, which I'm very excited for. Hulk and Doctor Strange in a team together, that can only lead to good things. I'm very, 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 very excited for that one. So that's a definite buy for day one. So out of these new ones here that we're talking about, Defenders Volume 1 I'm going to get, and Avengers the Gathering, and Empire. After that, I'm not really sure. Iron Man and All New Wolverine, I think I am interested in, but down the line, not necessarily day one, just because I'm picking up so many things already in those first few months. Next up, we're going to be talking about the oversized hardcover that are coming out. One of them being Marvel Snapshots. I don't really know anything about this, so that's why it's at the bottom for me. Then there's Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, Volume 1. I've heard a lot of good things about these. Omar praised it again. He's super excited about it. I've never read anything from Chip Zdarsky, so I don't know anything about that. Kind of tempted, but I don't know. Actually, Daredevil might go up one more in terms of excitement. I don't think I'm going to be picking it up day one because it's also just oversized hardcover, and I don't really get too many of those. I prefer the omnibus format because then I'm going to end up double dipping down the line when the omnibus gets released anyway. Then we have Fantastic Four by Dan Slott Volume 1. That's also really cool. I do like the Fantastic Four a lot. Then we have Avengers by Jason Aaron Volume 1, getting an oversized hardcover. I would have expected a lot more things from Jason Aaron. We need a Jason Aaron run of his omnibus collected. That to me makes so much more sense than we do have a lot of them in oversized hardcover, but I want an omnibus. We have War of the Realms, but no Jason Aaron omnibus. It's really weird. And last but not least for the oversized hardcover is Hulk by Al Ewing Volume 3. I just recently picked up Volume 2, which is awesome. I do have the single issues of Volume 3, but I definitely want them in oversized hardcover. Hulk is absolutely one of my favorite characters of all time. So I'm perfectly fine with probably triple dipping because I'll have the single issues, the oversized hardcovers, and then I'll eventually have the omnibus for that. But I'm perfectly fine with doing that for Hulk. All right, now we're getting to some reprints. There's 5 reprints, and we had already heard of 2 that are supposedly coming out at this time. First of all, we do have the Jim Lee Volume 1 and 2 that were coming out at, I believe, in those first 4 months of 2021. We're also getting a Captain America by Ed Brubaker Volume 1, and also Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, the Stan Lee time with also John Romita Sr. Can't wait for that one. I am very much looking forward to the Captain America by Brubaker. I hope that they end up doing the entire run at some point in time early next year, and that's what I'm hoping that they kind of push forward to with that. But yeah, Volume 2 by Spider-Man. So excited for that. But now let's get into the new stuff that they've recently announced for the reprints. Captain America Golden Age Volume 1. I feel like we're going to be getting like Captain America and Spider-Man next year, which I'm very happy for in terms of Spider-Man. Like, that's exactly what I want. I want as many reprints as we can get of Spider-Man, if not the entire run. I want to be able to get everything from Spider-Man. I already have quite a bit from the Spider-Man runs, but I haven't been able to get into a lot of it because I'm missing... I want to read it in chronological order. I have Volume 1, which I've read. I have Volume 4, which I haven't read because I want to get 2 and 3. I have the Todd McFarlane, and who else is that? There's the one where Venom shows up, and then the one after that, and I can't remember the writer's name. It's not coming to me. And then I have the JMS run, Volumes 1 and 2 of that. I don't have any of the Ben Reilly stuff, and I don't have anything from the Clone Saga, so that I'm missing that. And I'm missing the Roger Stern one. All right, anyway, let's keep going on with the list here. So Captain America Golden Age Volume 1. I've read a little bit of that, and it's hard to get through. So I don't know if this is something I would ever pick up. Untold Tales of Spider-Man, which I think I had actually some of these single issues back in the day when it was coming out. So I'm kind of interested in that, but I'm more interested in the Amazing Spider-Man run. Then we have Captain America by Jack Kirby. So this is when Jack Kirby returned to Marvel and worked on Captain America again. So kind of interested in that too. Then we have X-Men Inferno. So that used to be an oversized hardcover, and it was essentially the size of an omnibus. But now they're adding more, from what I believe, to this, and it's actually going to be in the omnibus line. So very excited about that. That to me, out of all of these, that's one of the biggest ones that I'm super excited for. And then the biggest one that I'm excited for is The Amazing Spider-Man by Roger Stern is getting a reprint. Yes, I'm so happy. We're getting so much Spider-Man and honestly a lot of Captain America as well, but keep pumping out those Spider-Man things. I need a volume 3 of Spider-Man, and then who else do I need? I'll have Roger Stern, so I'll be good with that. Honestly, I would probably need the do Clone Sagas reprinted, and I don't think that's going to be happening in 2021. I don't think that's going to be happening for a while. It's really weird that they had put those out. I actually was reading during the Clone Saga, and I liked it at the time, but that was how many years ago? Like 20 plus years ago? So I don't know how much my mind would actually enjoy it now. Back then, everything was good. You know, I could have read literally anything and thought, this is awesome. So, but I would love to go back and read those. It's just unfortunate that they're out of print. But yeah, super excited for so many of these. I definitely say Amazing Spider-Man is my number one that I'm looking forward to. Then it would probably be X-Men Inferno. Then the Defenders. And we'll just go with those as the top 3. If I had to go with another 2, I'd probably say, I don't know. Avengers the Gathering. I don't feel that I'm as excited for that. Now I'm starting to look at Daredevil, and I put it as my number 4 for Oversized, but now there's so many good things about that it might go up a little bit higher. I don't know what I'm excited for. I just know I'm going to be getting a lot of omnibus and potentially some oversized hardcover at the beginning of next year. So thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you're excited for out of this run. And yeah, you've been bearded in. Beardage.